In our first video, we covered the differences between Git and GitHub. In this video, we're going to be talking about some key terms that you will be interacting with, as well as going over the basic Git workflow. When we use Git to keep track of our projects, we need to follow a very small step-by-step process. The first step is initializing a project's directory to become an empty Git repository. This allows Git to start tracking our project. The second step is adding files to the staging area. The third step is making a commit. Think of this as making a save point. And then finally, the fourth step is pushing our project to GitHub. If we make any changes to our project, we can simply just follow the process of adding the changed files to the staging area, committing those changes, and then pushing that latest version to GitHub. So before we begin all of that, let's go over some key terms so we're all on the same page here. The first term is going to be init. This is short for initialize. This is what Git uses to start keeping track of our project in this directory. This will create a hidden folder called .git that holds all of the information pertaining to this Git repository. The second term is going to be status. This is exactly what it sounds like. This is going to be the status of your repository. When starting out using Git, you should be checking the status after almost every command. Get comfortable using this and try to take the time to understand what the messages are telling you. The third term is going to be add. When you add a file, you are adding it to the staging area. The first time you add a file, Git's going to start keeping track of it, tracking any changes that you ever make to this file. If you ever make a change to that file, Git's going to require you to add that file back into the staging area. The fourth term is going to be commit. Making a commit, once again, is very similar to saving your progress. It allows you to save the state of your current project, and you can assign a label to it or a message to describe what this specific commit is for. The fifth term is going to be push. Simply just think of push as taking the current Git repository and sending it to another location, perhaps GitHub. Last but not least, the final term is going to be log. This is going to display a history of all of your commits associated with the repository. Not only do you get the commit history, you also get some information such as who made the commit, when was the commit made, and the unique identifier that Git uses to track each of these commits. Now that we've covered a brief overview of the step-by-step Git process and some of the common terms, let's head into the next video where we download and install Git as well as register on GitHub.